Think lead core line's obsolete? Well, think again. Look at those big, beautiful rainbows. I got these fish while trolling 15 to 20 feet deep, and I didn't use a downrigger. If you don't want the expense or hassle of using a downrigger, pick up one of my yellow lead core rods in the Fish Hunt Shoot Production store and get ready to yell, fish on. Just like that, baby. Howdy folks, Kel Kellogg here. We are wrapping up the first week of June, and it is time for a Northern California trout and landlocked salmon fishing report. Let's start out up in the North State. Eagle Lake. Eagle Lake is open. Limits are the rule. Fish that range anywhere from 1 to 4 pounds. The fish are starting to transition into deeper water. The bite's very good. Soft plastic grubs are working great. Frog pattern needlefish are working well. Orange and silver trigger spoon juniors are getting limits, and trolling flies can be good depending on the day. Also, whenever you go to Eagle, you want a small orange pattern Rapala. It's a trophy fish lure up there, particularly in the fall, but that lure is going to work in the spring too. If you're looking for a limit of hard fighting fish, Eagle Lake is a great place to go. It is a bit out of the way, but the fishing is very good, and those fish eat great, and they fight second to none. They just put up wild fights. They're a lot like steelhead in that way. Moving kind of west, we come to Lake Shasta. The bite at Shasta is really starting to come together. It was very inconsistent up there during the month of May. The fish were scattered. Now the fish are starting to concentrate in that 25 to 35 foot range. Very simple fishing. Work the main body, work the lower ends of the major arms, shad pattern spoons, no dodgers, no flashers, no nothing. Trigger spoons, trigger spoon juniors, cripple lures, humdingers, all that stuff is working. A silver or a copper pattern trigger spoon is very hard to beat at Shasta right now. Guys are doing very well. Also, guys are fishing the small trigger spoons, trigger spoon juniors, way up at the headwaters of the Sacramento Arm, and they're picking up some fish up there too. Beyond that, don't be afraid to roll shad, pull hoochies, stuff like that. Basically, anything that's going to imitate a shad in open water is going to get hit at Shasta. Right next door at Whiskeytown, it's kind of a bittersweet deal. I just got whacked on a fly. Whiskeytown, kind of bittersweet. They're catching very large kokanee up to 17 inches. They are covered with copepods. So if you don't mind copepod covered fish, Whiskeytown is a great option. If you don't like those copepods, probably go somewhere else. Down in the Sacramento region, Folsom continues to kick out kings. That's kind of a sleeper bite. The big news at Folsom is there's a tremendous catfish bite going on. The catfish are up in the shallows. They're spawning right now. The carp are spawning. If you want to change a pace from trout fishing, by all means, maybe go out, troll for kings for a couple hours at Folsom, and then toss out some liver, some sardines, something like that. Catch some of those cats. The kings are ranging up to 4 pounds. The cats are ranging up to 12. So some very nice catfish in the mix out there. Pardee is probably the best destination kind of in that central California foothills region. They're getting mixed limits of kokanee and trout. Very good action. Limits are the rule there. Comanche is kicking out some very nice rainbows. I wouldn't say it's limit style fishing, but if you know what you're doing, you're going to get a limit or very close to a limit. And those fish are ranging all the way up to 8 pounds. Again, key depth out there, 25 to 35 feet deep, just like Shasta. At Lake Amador, some really big trout, are on the bite. They've been on the bite for a long time. Guys continue to catch them. The fish are getting deeper. They're getting harder to catch. But if you want to get out there and you want to catch a 6+ pound trout, there's no better destination in Central California than Lake Amador. Power eggs teamed with grubs. That seems to be the #1 offering. But I had a guy catch a 9-pounder out there the other day on one of my flies. So, there's a lot of luck involved. Get out there, put in your time, and you might catch the fish of a lifetime. Just to kind of wrap up the Sacramento region, let's finish up with Collins Lake. Collins Lake, I kind of sound like a broken record. The fishery's in transition. The trout are moving deeper, but bank anglers and boaters continue to hook up. Boaters are pulling grubs, they're pulling rapalas, they're pulling trigger spoons juniors, and chrome and blue Castmasters for trout up to about 8 pounds. Bank guys, they're fishing early and late, inflated worms, power bait, anywhere from the dam all the way to Elmer's Cove. Put in your time in the low light periods, cast well offshore, get your bait down. You want your bait down, 25, 30, 35 feet deep. But put in your time and you're going to get those fish. And of course, when you're at Collins Lake, you can always pick up an ice cream too. So wouldn't say it's limit style fishing at Collins, but it's near limits and it's very good action. On a variety of sizes. There's a lot of pan size fish in the mix, but there's a lot of fish in that 5 to 8 pound class in the mix too. Lake is teeming with trout, heavily planted this spring. It was closed for most of the spring, so there's a tremendous amount of fish at Collins up for grabs. I'm here in the high Sierras. I'm at Jackson Meadows today. Anywhere you want to go in the high Sierras is offering good fishing. I mean, it's prime out here. I got 57-degree water on top. Just pick out your favorite high Sierra destination if you're a high Sierra guy. Get up there, spoons, grubs, threaded worms. The fish are hungry, the fish are aggressive. You know how to get them. Just pick out a lake or two, get up there, get out on the water early. It's been windy midday, been windy in the afternoons in the high Sierra. We're in that transition zone between kind of spring and summer weather, and it has been blowing. But if you got the itch to get up in the high Sierra, pick your poison, pick your lake, you're gonna catch fish. And here, there's no one here today. The only other person I've seen on the whole lake is Wes, and the fishing's very good. We've caught several fish, we've lost several fish. Wes lost a monster and I lost one too. So that kind of wraps up the Norcal trout and landlocked salmon fishing report. Oh, Oroville. Right now, Oroville is slow. It's difficult. Last June, the salmon fishing was excellent at Oroville, but right now it's slow. But I expect that bite to come back together anytime. There are a ton of salmon in the lake. They've just got to concentrate. Typically they concentrate down near the dam during the month of June. They just need to concentrate. Guys need to find them, and I think fishing at Oroville is going to be very good, upcoming. But right now, fairly slow. Anyway, I'm out of here. I'm on the troll. I will catch you later. I'm Kel Kellogg. I'm signing off. If you haven't had a chance to hit that subscribe button, please hit that button, hit that little bell, and you'll always know when I'm on here talking about trout fishing. And if you're looking for trout fishing gear, trigger spoons, and more, go on over to fishhuntshoot.com and check out my store. I'll be back real soon with another report. You guys have a great day. I'm Kel Kellogg. I'm out of here. Look at that stud of a rainbow. Wow. What a beautiful fish. Incredible. He's heavy. He's super heavy. Wow. Very nice.